हेलो, नमस्कार। मैं हूं सुधीर। मेरे साथ है नवल। वेलकम टू प्लेइंग 11 फुटबॉल। है नवल, कैसे हो?
हे सुधीर, बढ़िया।
ऑलराइट, तो अगला एक और बढ़िया गेम, हैदराबाद वर्सेस बेंगलुरु। एक्साइटेड फॉर इट?
I'm not sure. I wouldn't call it बढ़िया game because हैदराबाद कुछ फॉरवर्ड में कर नहीं पा रहा है अटैकिंग एरियाज में.
हाँ।
I mean, they are making their moves but unable to finish.
या,
And Bangalore is just finding their foot.
बिल्कुल।
तो
I mean,
yeah,
Bangalore has their own problems. I mean, जैसे आपको मालूम है, like, they fired their coach, and I mean, assistant coach is like has taken over. Uh, they had to deal with quite a few losses. So थोड़ा बहुत देखते हैं टेबल वो सब कैसा है. Alright, so अगर आप अभी देखोगे टेबल, हैदराबाद is in fourth place, 13 games, 18 points. जैसे हमने कहा, like, fourth place is up for grabs. बहुत सारे teams are competing for it. जैसे आपने देखा, like Northeast United, they kind of had like in between slow start. They fired their coach or assistant coach. Even for them, they took over. They kind of started winning. So they're level with the points, but Hyderabad is ahead by goal difference with 2 goals over Northeast. So just not Northeast, you can see like Kerala has also kind of picked up games. Chennai has picked up games. Jamshedpur, you never know. Like, I think they once they get into form, that can be pretty close. So fourth place, it's up for grabs for anyone at this point. Bangalore is sitting at in the ninth place at the moment, so with 14 points. So they had some few stretch of losses and issues for them.
yeah. So fourth place is basically up for grabs for at least 5 teams. I'm not sure about Bangalore if they can, come back to form just yet. But yeah, definitely the 5 teams, fourth to fifth, are
Yeah.
waiting for others to drop points, and
Right.
Hyderabad is helping them in doing that.
Yeah, Hyderabad is kind of helping them. अगर देखेंगे last 3 games में, अगर देखेंगे आप stretch of like few games, recent form का Hyderabad का. So if you see, like, they had like जैसे हमने कहा, like, 3 straight losses. They picked up 2 big wins against Chennai and Northeast. But say it kind of ended up in draws, like, goals kind of started to drought out for Hyderabad, which is a problem with the scoring. So Hyderabad has kind of like, instead of picking up points, they have dropped the points in that scenario. Bangalore ka alag hi hai. Bangalore, like, kind of dealing with losses. They haven't really had won a game against like Odisha, but that was like long time ago. But the recent game against Odisha, that was a draw. Very entertaining game between both the teams. So it was kind of good game. So I think maybe Bangalore has like some confidence they can pick up. Like, I think the way they played, maybe the result didn't show up, but I think if they keep playing the way they're playing, maybe that will help them.
Yeah, so Bangalore have been unlucky in couple of instances, but yeah, if they play how they have been playing for last 3 matches, then probably they'll get back to form and we can see some results from them.
Yeah, so दोनों जैसे आप देखते हो stats से, like दोनों का हैदराबाद और बैंगलोर का problem है goal scoring. Like, yeah, like even though Hyderabad is sitting in the 4th place and Bangalore is in 9th place, you look at the goals that they've scored, 16 and 15, doesn't really help your cause.
Yeah, so 16 goals for Hyderabad is from 13 games, and in 2 of the matches they had 8 goals, which means they had only 8 goals in their 11 matches, which is not very impressive. On the other hand, Bangalore have been scoring 1 or 2 goals here and there, and they've accumulated 15 goals. So
yeah, so both the teams are going through goal drought issues.
Yeah, you can say that Bangalore is more consistent in scoring goals, but yeah, both of them have been poor.
Yeah. All right. So what, like, Avi, one of the things like to watch for Hyderabad and Bangalore is like what they can do to improve themselves during the game.
Yeah. So I think their midfield area is something to watch out for. Bangalore have been troubling Odisha and Kerala in their past 2 matches in upfront in the opposition box, final third.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see that Moosa has been giving this confidence in Udanta Singh. तो उनका कॉन्फिडेंस बता रहे हैं उदंता सिंह पे एंड उदंता सिंह इज आल्सो कमिंग बैक इन फॉर्म जैसे अपन ने देखा कि क्वाड्रेट ज्यादा ट्रस्ट नहीं कर रहे थे उदंता सिंह को आफ्टर गिविंग हिम फेयर शेयर ऑफ चांसेस but yeah we can see that Udanta is back again and he is trying to keep his position in the team. On the other hand, Silva is also making some really impressive moves inside the box and he will be the main man to watch out for, I think, in this game.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at it, like players to watch on both the sides, what kind of challenges they will have. But quick update, jaise apne last week kaha tha, like, Subrata Paul ka, like, it was close for him to go to East Bengal, like transfer confirm ho chuka hai. So Subrata Paul is joining East Bengal on loan. Or Hyderabad, another way, Hyderabad ki taraf Shankar Roy on the loan from East Bengal. So looks like it's like, I mean, I guess just have to call, like, Subrata Paul wants to like play 90 minutes of the game, kind of enter all the games. Obviously, he's competing for a spot on Indian national team also. So I think that kind of played a little bit major role. So he's working on that.
I don't think East Bengal will, prefer Subrato over Debjit because Debjit has been really great in front of the sticks. He has been saving really many number of goals for East Bengal. I think he saved the matches for them in many instances. So Subrato most likely he will be second in line only. I don't know why this move happened, but yeah, it's goalkeeper for goalkeeper exchange. So we'll have to wait and watch.
Okay. So one of the quick thing is, like, obviously we have to look at the injury updates from last game to current game. So one of the thing is, like, Nikhil Pujari is still out. As you know, Luis Sastre was, like, I guess, game time decision and he was dropped. So even Luis Sastre will be mostly out for the Thursday's game. We still don't know what those injuries are yet or what the issue is. But yeah, so these two players will be surely out. And obviously Souvik Chakravarti, he's still dealing with his some personal reasons. He's still out. So he's working on that. So you can still expect these three players to be out. Kind of gives you maybe a hope, hoping that Joao Victor can be in the lineup because उन्होंने mention नहीं किया था. So that's kind of a little bit good news for Hyderabad क्योंकि जैसे आपने देखा, like, in a previous game the Roland आए थे, Shastre or Joao Victor, I mean either one of the players name, but wasn't much effective. So having Joao Victor back there kind of helps Hyderabad.
Yeah, so Joao Victor has been seen training with the team. So I'm expecting him to start.
Yeah. All right. So let's.
And at the same time, Roland has not been very impressive in that CDM position, and I think Chianese has been, very good. He's not giving the finishing touch, but otherwise he's very good in that CAM position as a second striker, false nine position, right? So yeah. I think Roland will not be starting ahead of Chianese, and at the same time he'll not be starting as a CDM also. We will have to wait and watch if he will be, given a right wing position or not.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the things, like, जैसे देखते हैं अभी lineup की तरफ, so obviously, like, when you start looking at Hyderabad lineup, goalkeeper, I think Kattimani is now our starting goalkeeper. We can confidently say that. Obviously, there is going to be some challenge from Jongte and the new new signing who are in form of Shankar Roy. So they say, like, will they be challenging for him for that spot? But that said, I think the defense should be same between अपने center backs or left back and right back. So it's going to be Sana Singh and Odei Onaindia as a center back, and left में Akash Mishra and Ashish Rai on the right. So that combination has been really good for Hyderabad. It has kind of worked out. As you know, like, very solid performances all around from our defense. So I don't see a reason for them to change. All right, so midfield में जैसे हमने कहा, like, we expect Joao Victor to start because in injury report में तो कुछ कहा नहीं इनके बारे में, and partnering him will be Hitesh Sharma in the lineup.
Yeah, तो इनका partnership भी अच्छा रहेगा. I think Hitesh Sharma will be playing that Luis Shastri's role, and Joao Victor will be marshalling the, uh, or you can say
Midfield
he'll
area.
be the, yeah. So he'll be the wall in front of the back four. So more or less, I think defense is stable in this game. We will have to see how many chances Hyderabad will convert.
Yeah. So that's for sure. Like midfield has it looks a little bit stable. If agar Joao Victor aa jayenge, and obviously you've seen Hitesh Sharma's performance has been improving as the games have been going on, especially in midfield. I think his problem is like when he comes into final third attacking में. But yeah, so उनके सामने obviously Joel Chianese like as a center attacking midfielder, like जैसे आपने कहा, like everything is he's doing is good, like his movement, getting the ball, going into the box. I think it just comes down to like his finish. And maybe again, like I think sometimes he just have to be a little bit selfless and try to look for the next pass if it's not working out. So hopefully that he can just like with the now since he's playing more and more, hopefully he can just get into that rhythm and yeah, hope more goals come from him.
Yeah, so Chianese has been impressive again, as we talked
Yeah,
about earlier, and yeah, only that one or two more touches that he takes, he need to watch out for that, and probably give passes for people who are in better positions.
yeah. All right. So in case सामने left में है Halicharan, obviously that combination of Halicharan and Akash on that left side is amazing. Very very बिल्कुल. And right side में Yasir है. जैसे आपने देखा like अगर one thing you have observed, जब यासिर को निकाल दिया गया था against ओडिशा गेम में, थोड़ा बहुत like प्रॉब्लम शुरू होना हुआ है, सॉरी जमशेदपुर गेम में तो हैदराबाद को थोड़ा बहुत प्रॉब्लम शुरू हुआ क्योंकि लिस्टन कोलासोल doesn't really track back compared to Liston. Like obviously Yasir was providing a little bit support to Ashish Rai. I think that's something that जिसको भी आप डालोगे right में, they have to make sure that they support Ashish Rai because he's been stretched out a lot in last few games.
Yeah, so अपने attacking moves mostly right side से ही आ रहे थे, and
Yeah,
at the same time, people have been exploiting, opponents have been exploiting this left side area when Ashish Rai goes up front, right?
hmm,
So yeah, he definitely needs some support. I think Joao Victor and Odei Onaindia are there to cover him. Yasir, I think,
yeah.
will look into the offensive duties in this game.
Yeah, so one thing about Yasir is like I think if he wants to play 90 minutes, he has to consistently show what he can do. Like create some passes, put in proper passes, have some assists. जैसे आपने कहा, I think his last assist was I think Bengaluru के ऊपर आया था. Was it like second game or something where
Assist.
he like
Yeah,
yeah. So it's been almost like what 11 games. Like I think that was second or third game of the season, or it's 14. So 12 games almost 14 games into the season. So I think Yasir has to start showing more consistency with what he can do in order for him to
yeah,
grab that
but
place.
उसके बाद भी थोड़े गोल्स में इन्होंने कंट्रीब्यूट किया था, जैसे जाओ विक्टर के गोल में इन्होंने बहुत अच्छा कंट्रीब्यूट किया था,
Yeah,
राइट? एंड
yeah,
या तो चांसेस क्रिएट करने में ही इज आल्सो इंस्ट्रूमेंटल, बट अगर डायरेक्ट पास की बात करोगे तो वो क्वालिटी नहीं रहा अभी. इन द एयर ही इज
yeah.
नॉट वेरी गुड. द
Yeah, he
एयर,
has to
या
be more
लॉब
consistent
पासेस और
with that.
क्रॉसेस, यस.
बिल्कुल, he has to
ग्राउंड
be more
पासेस के थोड़े
consistent with
डिसेंट
that.
है, या
So I
ग्राउंड
think वो
पासेस
right
अच्छे
side of
कर
the
रहे हैं.
Hyderabad.
ये कौन
Yeah, so right side of the Hyderabad is still like a iffy situation. Like I think जब से Nikhil Pujari गए, that thing is kind of been rotating. Like Liston Colasso, obviously you've seen like he's not 100% ready to play 90 minutes yet. Like you don't get like a consistent performance from him. Obviously Yasir का भी वही problem है. You don't get consistent performance. So that right side of the Hyderabad is a little bit tricky. Like a lot of turnovers in like back and forth between Yasir and Colasso. So I think that's one thing. Like attacking maybe थोड़ा बहुत stability होना चाहिए and defense maybe थोड़ा बहुत इनको stability होना चाहिए.
या एग्जैक्टली. जैसे
Alright,
अपन बात
so
करें, लेफ्ट
सामने
साइड इज pretty much
yeah,
solid in terms of defense and attack, but right side
बिल्कुल
we are not very confident about, right?
बिल्कुल absolutely. All right, so सामने है Aridane. I think this is one of the games maybe Aridane has to get into his rhythm. I think Aridane क्योंकि आपने जैसे देखा like Jamshedpur game, Odisha game, like he's dropping back, he's helping in the midfield, he's creating the chances, he's breaking the line, taking away a few defenders so that like other players can have a little bit more freedom to go. So hopefully we can get to see Aridane a little bit more in the deep more in the attacking role in front of the goal. Because that's where like his main contributions have been. Like whenever he's been scoring, Hyderabad is doing good. So I'd like to see him more upfront, having opportunity to score, uh, because Hyderabad badly needs goals to score.
Yeah, so I think he has, played enough of supporting role, and he needs
Bilkul.
to take the charge because whenever he has taken the charge, Hyderabad has got the goals, and whenever he had dropped deep, because he had dropped deep, there are defenders who are free, who
Yeah.
otherwise would cover Aridane in the penalty area. Right.
Hmm.
So there is change in the dynamic also. Ki more defenders will be covering Aridane if he's in the box, and if he's not in the box, then probably they are free, and they'll be covering other attacking players. You know,
Yeah.
which is also one of the key aspect, and which is also wasting the chances that are created by Hyderabad. So he needs to play up front also. And one good thing about him is even though he had played as a supporting role in the midfield area or attacking mid area, he has not
Hmm.
lost his confidence. So he has been
Absolutely.
contributing. Yeah. So he has been giving his 100%, and there is no I don't see any loss of confidence even if he's not scoring the goals. So I think he will give his best in this match as well. And yeah, we can expect goal from him in this match, probably from a
Yeah.
corner or
Absolutely.
a free kick.
Yeah, so that's one thing I would like to see him, like Aridane being back up front in attack, especially being in the box. Whenever he's in the box, it's very dangerous. And last few games, he's not getting into box because he's playing more deeper roles. So I'd like him to see getting established in the box so that like he can be that effective, get that opportunities to score, and obviously opens up for the other players also to score. जैसे हमने कहा, like it's a very tight, it's going to be very tight for the fourth place. Both the teams are picking up points and all that, and Hyderabad has to pick up, like I think it's more than a draw they need. Like they need a win. They need to get all 3 points, and that's only going to happen if you start scoring goals.
Yeah, so it's high time Hyderabad starts converting their chances and give a tough competition to the third spot. I should say.
Yeah,
The way they are playing, they deserve the third spot at least. So they
बिल्कुल.
should be trying to take that position instead of fourth.
Yeah, so I think if Hyderabad can figure out their goal scoring issues, they can definitely move up in the table. If they can, then I can see them obviously dropping out of the playoffs also because the other teams are really picking up the steam.
Yeah, so the way they are playing, I can really, I wouldn't say compare, but I can put them at par with FC Goa in terms of the game style and attacking
The
play
game
at this
style,
point.
yeah,
Yeah,
बिल्कुल.
and other teams have been on and off. So in terms of gameplay and game plan, I would say they should compete for the third position along with Goa and
Yeah,
leave the fourth spot for others.
yeah, absolutely. All right. So that said, we end the pre-game show over here. We'll meet you for the game time, and then obviously after game we'll discuss the post-game analysis. But that said,
So what
please
is your
subscribe to. Oh yeah, so prediction, it's a tough one, yeah. बिल्कुल बहुत tough है because Bengaluru is obviously not doing that great, but they have shades of showing their level that they can play good football. Hyderabad, they play really good football, but their scoring is becoming an issue. So I would like to see Hyderabad win, but I don't know, yeah. It looks like it's going to be another draw for Hyderabad.
Yeah, seems like it. I think Parthalu will give trouble to our players. Clayton Silva is
Yeah,
anyway pulling the defenders off, you know, the
yeah,
positions, and I think Parthalu will create trouble in that penalty area. And yeah, probably a 1-0 for either of the teams. A
yeah.
lucky win, I
So
should say.
yeah, it could be a lucky win for either of the team, or it could be mostly a draw. So I think I'll go with the draw since you're picking up a lucky win for either one of the team. So I'll stick with draw because yeah, I'm not really 100% sure if Hyderabad can break out of the funk of scoring the goals.
I think they can pull one of goals. Either of the teams. I'm not saying Hyderabad will pull it off, but either of the team will pull off one of goals.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe Yeah, I mean, as you said, like, you're picking up either one of the team to win like 1-0 or something. The way I see it is it's
Yeah.
going to be draw, maybe like 1-1 or 0-0. Uh, but yeah, so let's see what happens. But definitely, like, we'll meet you after the post for the post game analysis. Look into it, kya hua game mein. But that said, please do subscribe to Playing 11 Football, and just leave your comments on the YouTube videos, or you can leave your comments on the Twitter, uh, and let us know what you think. That said, thank you, Naval. Thanks for joining, and we'll say game ke baad.
Thanks, Sudhir. Good day.